Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for our delay, but welcome to our board meeting. And at this time, we would like the meeting called to order with a roll call, please.
Mr. Damachia?
Yes.
Mr. Fallis?
Present.
Mr. Smith?
Present.
Mr. Sturgill?
Here.
Mr. Williams?
Here. Welcome, Mr. Hall. And if you would proceed with the pledge and recognition of visitors.
Thank you. Just turn on. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Superintendent Mr. Tucker, Treasurer Mr. Weber, Board President Mr. Williams, and Lorain City Schools Board of Education. Tonight we have Eliana Cintron, sixth grade student from Lorain Elementary School, leading the Pledge of Allegiance. Eliana is the daughter of Miguel and Madalena Cintron and has one sister, Talia Cintron, who attends early college. Eliana's extracurricular activities include orchestra, plays the violin, and she also participates in gymnastics. After the pledge, Eliana will speak about what I like about Larkmore and what I wish we could have. Mr. Matt Davis, Principal Larkmore, is here tonight to support his student. Eliana Cintron, please come forward. And Mr. Davis. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Greetings of Superintendent Tucker, board members, and citizens of Lorain. Thank you for this opportunity for letting me speak at this board meeting. I am very happy to be able to speak on behalf of myself and my fellow classmates. I would like to take this opportunity by discussing certain improvements or changes for my school. First of all, I would like to have our school have music, art, and library back in the curriculum. I believe this will help a child's social skills. Also, it strengthens problem-solving skills and critical thinking skills. In gym, also, there should be smaller class sizes in gym for safety precautions. This year has been a bit sad as I walk down the hall and see our library empty with no librarian and empty seats, with shelves of books not being read. I really enjoy reading and art and know the difference it has made in my education. Our school is not the same without them. In saying this, I encourage you all to vote for the school levy, not just for my future, but our future generation depends on it. Thank you for your time.
At this time, I'd like for Miguel and Madalena Cintron to please stand up, be recognized. Thank you. And we would like to give Eliana a certificate of appreciation for doing pledge. Thank you.
Congratulations, Miguel. Thank you very much. Do we have any recognition of other visitors?
Thank you, Mr. Williams. On behalf of Jim Siemens, if you would come on up. We have Energetic. Yes, it's a new name they just came out with, so excuse my English there. Tonight, we have Jim here. He's going to give you an award for Lorain City Schools. I'll turn that over to you now.
Thank you, Jeff. Yes, the not confusion, but Energy Education, who you've been partners with for the past 6 years, we recently went through a marketing change. The program is staying the same, but we are now known as Synergistic, and it doesn't flow off your tongue as easy as Energy Education. But Superintendent Tucker, if you'd come up also, I'd like to present you and Jeff with this award. You all have been partners with us now for over 6 years, And over that time, everyone has really gotten into the program and done fantastically with it from both a fiscal aspect and a green aspect. Fiscally, I'd like to show you that you've saved over $4.1 million in energy conservation. That's reduced consumption turned into dollars. Where that ranks, I was telling Jeff, I just ran a real quick report. Nationally, of schools that have been in the program for about 4.5 to 6 years, you're fourth in the nation. So that is very commendable on your part. Along with that, I'd like to present you with, and this is unique for me because I've not ever presented one of these. It's called the Chairman's Sustainability Award. And Superintendent Tucker, I'd like to read it to you. Synergistic, the Energy Conservation Company, would like to present to Lorain City Schools for conserving our nation's precious resources through the enduring implementation of Synergistic's energy management program and serving as a model of energy conservation to fellow educational organizations. We hereby present the Chairman's Sustainability Award. Thank you very much. And we look forward to continuing on with the program and saving much, much more. So thank you very much.
Thank you. First hearing of the public. If there are any members from the public that would like to address the board, feel free to come forward at this time. Is this a group presentation? Wonderful. Yes.
Hello, my name is Taylor Cawthon. I am a student at Lorain High School, and I'm here to talk to you guys about cheerleading. I understand that funding for certain sports this year, the school year, were cut, but as a senior and along with girls, I know cheerleading has been a really big part of our school, and we were wondering what we would have to do to get it back. Like, we have sponsors lined up who are more than willing to help us get cheering back to Lorain City Schools, and what are your opinions on what we could do to make this happen?
Want to schedule a meeting with me, I can tell you exactly what needs to occur. There's a couple different options available to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
If you stay at the end of the meeting, because it shouldn't be too long, we'll do it tonight. We'll schedule that meeting tonight, okay?
What was that?
If you stay after the meeting, because it shouldn't be too long, we can schedule it tonight for you.
Okay, thank you.
Could you guys give us like a quote of how much money we would need? Because the businesses that we've been going to.
I'll meet with you and give you all that information, because I have to have it in front of me. Okay? I can tell you exactly what you need to do.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Just for the general public, and I'm sure the superintendent will elaborate on that more later, this is not as simple as it may seem like it should be. There are lots of complications as it relates to the supplementals and contracts and different things. So, you know, we have no desire to make these cuts. We're forced to. Hopefully, the levy passes, and we will be able to move, forward in a more desirable manner. But again, these are quite complicated, and at some stage, I think the superintendent will give some explanation in terms of some of the complications. So it's not that we're stubborn or mean, but it's not as easy as it might seem.
Mr. Williams, can I make a comment? May I make a comment?
Sure.
I would just like to say I commend the Lorain High students who've brought forward this idea. You're being very, very proactive, and I appreciate your efforts. Thank you very much.
At this time, if we could have a motion to approve or amend and sign minutes from the regular board session meeting held on October 11th, 2012.
Motion to approve.
Support motion.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Fallis?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
Mr. Williams?
Yes. Do we have any old business, gentlemen? Going for that record, Tony. Report and recommendations of the treasurer.
Just 3 items on the docket this evening. The standard September 2012 financial reports, purchase orders requiring board approval, and a donation of uniforms and clothing by the Friendship Baptist Church. Recommend approval of items 1, 2, and 3.
Motion to approve items 1, 2, and 3.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Fallis?
Yes.
Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Recommendations of Superintendent Personnel A, Item 1, Item 2. Item 1 is discontinuances for resignation or retirement. Item 2, I would like to have the approval of new appointments administrative staff and approval of new appointments certified staff voted on first. And what those are sub-positions. And the reason I'm asking for those first is because the last one, someone has to abstain. So I ask for approval of Item 1 and Item 2, administrative staff and certified staff.
So move.
Is there support?
Support.
Okay, in the discussion piece here, I think the third item on item 2, there is also a conflict and needs to be separated.
That's the one I said that I'm not putting forth. I said the administrative staff new appointments and certified staff new appointments, not support yet.
Very well. Roll call, please.
I just want to be clear what we're doing here.
The motion is to approve item 1.
Okay. Mr. Smith?
Again, what is the motion?
Motion is for approval of Item 1, Item 2, administrative staff, and certified staff.
Thank you. Yes, I vote yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Fallis?
Yes.
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
Mr. Williams?
Yes.
I move for approval of Item 2, approval of new appointments support staff.
So move.
Support motion.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Fallis?
Yes.
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Abstain.
And Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Do you want an explanation for the, okay, for abstaining? This happens to be my sister-in-law of 40 years, so I don't feel it should vote for
Well,
it.
we will send her our sympathies.
Thank you.
B, operations. Operation matters. Item 3 is an agreement with Genesis Health to provide date violence training for students in grades 7 through 12. There's no cost to the district. This is a required training that we have to do for students in those grade levels. Item 4, approval of an agreement with Educational Alternatives for transportation for our special needs students. This is an annual approval for some of our students. Item 5 is considered approval of agreement with Healthcare Processing Consulting Firm. They will assist us in getting reimbursement for our Medicaid eligible expenses, such as some of our psychologists' work, OT and PT. We haven't done this too much in the past. We're hoping to expand that, and it could be a substantial savings of 6 figures to the district. So I ask approval of B, operation matters, items 3, 4, and 5.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Did you get the support? Discussion?
Mr. Sturgill, you make the motion, Mr. Sturgill? Did you make the motion, Mr. Sturgill? Okay.
Mr. Sturgill made the motion.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Demakia?
We haven't
Yes.
had discussion yet, though, so
I'm
we're
sorry.
not voting.
We were just trying to get who made the motion.
I know, I thought he was going to call. Oh, no.
Discussion?
Morris, and as you probably know, Mr. Tucker, back when Nick Hutlock was superintendent, we had an excellent relationship with the Lorain Health Department in this very area. And I would strongly suggest that you or one of your designees contact the health department, because we found a lot of areas where we found money for some of the programs we were doing and they were doing, and they were actually our medical I don't even think we have a medical officer right now, do we?
Well, item 5 deals with more special needs
I'm
students.
just saying,
Yep.
it's sort of related, but not, it's just, I would ask that you
Sure.
make some contact there.
Any more discussion, gentlemen? Roll call, please, Mr. Weber.
Mr. Sturgill.
Yes.
Mr. Demakia.
Yes.
Mr. Fallis.
Yes.
Mr. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Williams.
Yes.
Recommend Operation Matters B, item 6. This is a resolution recognizing National Veterans Awareness Week from November 7th through November 13th, 2012.
Motion to approve item 6.
Support.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Demakia.
Yes.
Mr. Fallis.
Yes.
Mr. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill.
Yes.
And Mr. Williams.
Yes. Under my reports, what I would like to say is Mr. Hawks and I have been meeting with the Police Chief Rivera, and we are going to be instituting and putting back into place the Do the Right Thing program. We hope to have some of our first students chosen by November, and they'll be coming to the board meetings if you're aware of what that program was. Students are nominated for doing the right thing, and there's some rewards for those things. They're not recognized by the board, and usually there's a nice article and picture in the paper. And that we're going to be putting that back, like I said, pretty rapidly here for the end of the year. So you'll be expecting that.
May I suggest, if you have not talked to Jeff Sudbrook at the Journal, that you do so?
Mr. Hawks and I have a whole schedule of people to meet to try to get them on board that used to be on board.
Because the Journal was a co-sponsor.
They were a co-sponsor.
And they were extremely upset when that program.
We are well aware of that, and
Good.
we've been on it. Because I've had a lot of people ask to bring it back, and we've been working on this for the past couple of months.
Good.
And the chief has given his agreement, and we're on step 2 and 3.
Thank you.
I have a comment. I await the legislation on that so the school board can vote and do the right thing.
We may never win that award.
New business, gentlemen. One area of new business, it's in terms of committee appointments. I'm going to ask for, or I'm just going to kind of mention that we need to appoint a committee to do some evaluation for both the superintendent and the treasurer. It's the Ohio Department of Education has an evaluation system that we're going to be implementing. The first piece, Mr. Smith, if you would agree, you and myself will be the board members doing the evaluation for the treasurer. We'll meet with the treasurer. There are some 360 evaluation pieces. There's a survey for some board members, a direct inspection for other board members. So we'll just meet and kind of formulate that. And I'm asking that that Bill Sturgill would meet with the superintendent and discuss how we want to proceed with some of the, in his contract, there is a component of evaluation that's midterm. Since we just kind of got started, there's not much to evaluate. So we'll figure out how we want to proceed with that through that discussion. And the other thing that I'm going to ask Mr. Sturgill to do is to sit with the superintendent. We discussed the need for a strategic plan. I know that OSBA has a format in which they facilitate that, so we need a little bit of discovery to find out the cost, find out the implementation time.
All that information I have. I've been waiting to finish after the levy, and we have board policy that I wanted to get that beforehand. But I have that all set to go in January.
Great.
So it's all ready, but
Okay.
Levy's kind of taking a little bit of my time.
No, and this was, yeah, we'd spoken before, and I knew that you had those pieces. This way, at least, we know kind of that this is the direction we're going in, and some people have some thoughts to be put into it. So we'll expect after the levy that we'll get that information from Mr. Tucker, and Mr. Smith and I will convene with the treasurer and figure out how to proceed with that. Any discussion about that or concerns?
No, I'm looking forward for that process to move forward.
Yes. At this time, if there are no other new business, do we have any committee reports or requests from board members?
I don't have any requests, but I do have a couple comments.
Please.
First, I want to say that I thought this past week was one of the more positive weeks for Lorain City Schools, and I certainly want to commend Superintendent Tucker and Mr. Hawks and both of their staffs for handling the visit of Vice President Joe Biden and as well as the groundbreaking. You know, both were very big positive presses for the school district, and those are things that are great for the school district. Secondly, we are approaching an election that is critical for the school district, and tonight we have a group of girls that came up here that that's what issue 39 is truly about. Mr. Williams said it best. We don't like the decisions that we have to make and the cuts that we have to make. And the bottom line is when you don't have new revenue in a school district, you have to cut programs. And when you cut programs, you cut from the children in the school district. And that's what this issue truly is about. And I hope that this community understands that, seeing that the cost of the 4.8 mil levy is about 30 cents a day for an average house of about $50,000, which comes down to about $9 a month. Think about what you do with $9 a month and then understand the impact that issue 39 has on the school district, because there are a lot of programs we would love to try to continue to sustain in the school district as well as look at re-implementing, but we do need the support from the community to pass this issue. I don't think it's a very costly one, and we're not asking for what we need. We're asking for what is going to help us survive in a very difficult environment and climate in public education. Certainly, if Mr. Tucker, as well as his staff, can find some strategic ways to try to look at some of these programs like cheerleading and look at some of the creative ways we could possibly service our kids and bring some of those programs back. I mean, if there are people out there willing to support these programs and fund them and pay for them, then certainly as a board member I wouldn't be against that. But again, I don't know what the logistics are, and I'm confident that Mr. Tucker and his staff can have those conversations and see where we're at. But again, we got to pass this issue 39, and hopefully all of us are out there in the community telling everybody and explaining to them. And I was at Councilman Howard's house the other night. He invited me over there. He had a community forum, and there was about 30 or 40 people from the community. And let me tell you something, I felt like Mike Tyson, dodging bullets, because there are a lot of people that don't understand the things that are going on in this district because, they feel that we're not being informative. But we use every medium we can to get the information out there. But still people don't understand what goes on, why we make the decisions we make in this agenda, and how we move forward and what we do. And, helping, hopefully the people that do pay attention to what's going on in this district are out there promoting this district and helping them understand what is going on, and again, why issue 39 is critical to continuing to educate our kids. That's all I have to say. Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. DeMaggia. Any other comments from other board members? At this time, we would entertain a second hearing of the public. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, please sign in, okay, the table. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Olivia Williams, and I'm a student at Lorain High. When I just came up here with the cheerleaders, we are interested in cheerleading not only for ourselves, but for the boys. I know they appreciate us being out there, and cheerleaders in the past haven't done a lot of community work, so maybe we're not well known in the community, so why would somebody want to help us out? But we are willing to, if you guys need any help with the election, if you guys need like literature drops, or if you need help passing anything out, we're available. You can let me know, or we have a couple adults backing us up. So we also want to help the community too. It's not just for us. So if you guys let me know what I could do, I'm more than willing to help, because it's not just about cheerleading, it's about bettering the stuff for my fellow classmates too.
Thank you.
That's all.
Thank you.
This has been one of the most enjoyable hearings from the public that I've experienced in years.
Yep.
Are there any more questions, gentlemen? Any more comments? Well, at this stage, we would like to announce our next board meeting, which will be Wednesday, November the 14th. I'm sorry, Wednesday, November the 14th, 6:30 p.m. right here at Frank Jacinto.
What'd you say? November what?
So, I mean, if you have to have it that day, but I can't make it.
Okay, if there's a change in that, we will make sure that the public is notified in a timely manner. Without any other further ado, gentlemen, may I have a motion for adjournment?
Move to adjourn.
Support. Roll call.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Fallis?
Yes.
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Williams?
Yes.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.